Welcome to episode 5 of the Temple of Elemental Evil.
I am Dreadmore, your dungeon master, and these are your players for episode 5. Nyrax is a second-level tiefling sorcerer, and a second-level fighter named Zert. He was hired by Nyraxis at the Inn of the Welcoming Wench. Malik, a second-level human cleric. Cantor, a second-level orc monk. Octavius, a second-level stone giant Goliath wizard. And the return of Dusty Slay, our second-level human ranger. Join us as our heroes start their day at the Inn of the Welcoming Wench inside Hamlet. Then our heroes traveled back to the moat house, where they encountered a small group of ghouls and a very large hungry crayfish, plus a large battle with gnolls. Our story picks up the next morning at the Inn of the Welcoming Wench. The party must wait 48 hours before resuming their adventuring due to Dusty's recovery. On the first day, Malik bought rights to land in Hamlet and secured a location across the road from St. Cuthbert's Church. Malik also made arrangements with the local woodsmith on the early stages of construction. Dusty visited Jeru and told him he had seen strange visions of a blond man and of an ornate chair being moved aside to reveal an opening below. Dusty Slay asked Jeru what the next phase of their mission was to root out evil from the moat house. On day 2, a known merchant named Narfala, also known as Narf, and another merchant named Jai offered to send a large reward. Back to Hamlet once they have returned to their homes in Divers. Valbar, our known wizard, decided to head back to Verbabonk, putting a pause on his adventuring. After 48 hours of rest, the party set back off for the moat house. They re-entered through the front entrance and descended to the dungeon cell area, where they had recently defeated a small horde of zombies. The heroes donned the robes with the yellow eye symbol, hoping they would grant access to restricted locations. They found a secret entrance located inside the southern pillar in the torture room. Cantor went first and was immediately attacked by ghouls as he entered the secret door chamber. A battle ensued. As the ghouls closed in, the party sent those still at the top down through the secret door. They found themselves in a burial chamber with 4 ghouls rushing them. Malik, sensing danger, used divine power to turn 2 of the ghouls, while Dusty and Cantor each took out the remaining 2. After a few minutes, the turned ghouls returned from their den and were immediately ambushed by the waiting party. They were easily defeated. The party searched the burial chamber and found nothing of value. There was an area dug out by ghoul claws to create tunnels. The party followed the tunnel into a ghoul den where they located 7 vials of holy water, an unknown potion, and a scroll of protection from undead. The tunnel continued to a 3-foot diameter burrow. Dusty led the way. About 10 feet in, 4 gold pieces were found, followed by another 6 gold pieces 30 feet down the tunnel. They gathered the gold and left a copper piece trail every 10 feet to avoid getting lost. They thoroughly explored the ghoul burrows and found nothing else of interest. They then headed down the eastern corridor from the burial chamber and came to a T-shaped junction. The heroes descended the moist, algae-covered steps to reveal a 20-foot diameter pool with a 5-foot ledge along its edge. A variety of coins lay on the ledge. Dusty entered the room first and approached the pool's edge, where he was surprised and attacked by a large crayfish that clutched him with both claws, dealing severe injuries and nearly knocking him unconscious. Malik cast a healing spell, restoring much of the damage. The rest of the party attacked the crayfish. Nyraxis cast Witch Bolt, striking it with lightning, followed by a powerful blow from Cantor. Dusty was unable to escape the crayfish's grasp and was dragged into the water. Before the creature could disappear, Octavius cast a sleep spell on it, causing it to fall unconscious with Dusty in its grasp. The two of them sank deeper into the pool. After about 6 seconds, the crayfish fell into a deep slumber and released Dusty. The party fished Dusty from the pool and investigated its depths. In the depths, they found a platinum pen with a ruby in a magical bag containing 3 scrolls. The group then headed back down the corridor from which they came, heading north. Continuing along the northern hallway, they came to a door at the north end and another corridor leading southeast. They decided to approach the door. Cantor listened for noises and heard voices that he could not identify. It sounded like yips and growls. Unsure what to do next, Malik knocked on the door. The door was answered by gnolls asking what they wanted. Dusty, the only one who could speak their language, replied that they needed to speak to their leader, the one in charge of this place. A large gnoll leader could be seen in the distance. He boomed that they could see Lareth any time, seeing that they were followers of the elemental eye. As the gnolls parleyed with the party, the heroes began to move into the room. Another 15 feet. During the conversation, the gnoll leader offered them a place in the dungeon for 500 gold. He said, "We want to leave this place. We have recently lost 6 members while raiding east and south of the ruins, and we are dissatisfied with our loot." In the middle of the conversation, Dusty attacked without warning, causing all 9 gnolls to advance toward the party in the southern doorway. The gnolls attacked with battle axes and bone bows, pushing the heroes back into the southern doorway from which they came. 3 gnolls fell due to the heroes' attacks. The remaining 7 gnolls adopted their leader's battle plans as best they could. This is where our story ends for this week of the adventure. What will the outcome be? Tune in next week to find out. Join us next week for a side adventure, where 4 of our 6 players help decide the fate of the bandits that fled the moat house.